Alright, let's officially start this shit. Since we don't have an intro. I'm waiting on Fee to fucking do it for me. He said he was going to. So Fee's gonna do us an intro. It's our first podcast. And
welcome to the podcast.
We're gonna suck. It's gonna be the shit. Literally. I've got an outline that I did not send to you, so I guess I'm gonna be in control of every single segue.
Perfect.
Do you want me to email it to you?
No, you the boss, as usual.
Mm.
Why change the dynamic now?
Alright, well, let's do our intros for people that don't know us, that aren't here now, that might listen later. I'm Andrea. I'm a photographer and audio nerd and gamer and space nerd. I'm pretty old and married and have a couple of adult childrens. I like titties. That's all I've got.
Well, we have a lot in common. I'm Charlene. I'm also a big space nerd. Going to school to hopefully someday work at NASA as an astrophysicist. Also married with kids. Love tits and games as well.
Please.
Okay.
We've got, let's see, our podcast. Our podcast is going to be about nerd stuff, all kinds of nerd stuff. Like, I don't really have specifics yet. I don't even know where to categorize our podcast yet. We will figure it out. We're definitely going to talk about video games and space. Titties. And space
All
titties.
favorites.
What else? Movies. You know, nerd stuff. We're not going to talk about politics very much. We might dabble. We might make a joke or two. Same thing goes for God.
Mm-hmm. This is not a debate cast.
Mm-hmm. We're probably going to talk a lot of shit. We're going to drink a lot while we're recording.
As we do.
I'm sucking on a Jello shot right now. I'm sure that's a big faux pas, but I don't give a shit.
I got me some cheap vodka mixed with various juices.
Various juices. Mm-hmm. Do not taste the juice.
Great band name.
Do not taste the juice, or do not taste the vodka. Like, which end of the spectrum are we on? No, that's weak.
I don't have much left after last night.
Oh yeah, Charlene got boozy as fuck. All right.
I did.
Okay, we went over what we're gonna talk about. But we're not gonna talk about that. Let's see. We have a website. It's theladywood.iamprovocateur.com. Don't know how to spell provocateur? I guess you'll have to look it up.
Yes, learn.
Twitter is theladywood_. Instagram is the same. And YouTube, you're just going to have to find through another channel because we don't have our custom URL yet. It is on our website, though, so you can get to it from there. There aren't any videos there yet. It'll probably mostly be the podcast until we get our shit together. And I just realized that T on the podcast kind of looks like a dick.
Great.
And I'm
Big
really distracted. And even
fantastic.
And even on the bottom of it, there's like a little divot right where the eye is.
We don't have to get into the anatomy of that.
So, list of shit we're gonna talk about. I think I should send this to you. I'm sending it right now. I think you need it.
Should we start with the first big news?
E3.
3.
It's the first thing on my list that I'm right now.
So we're going to E3.
Yay! Neither one of us has ever been. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. Going.
But I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Hopefully see some cool shit, try some new stuff, meet cool people. Neil
Question mark?
deGrasse Tyson's gonna be there, so I'm excited about that. Kojima, yes, although no Death Stranding.
You're like flying through the topics before I've even sent them to you.
Am I?
Yeah. We haven't even talked about it yet. Fuck it. Can't talk anyway. So.
How do I English?
Is your email address at Yahoo? I always forget.
Yeah, I'm basic. Should have just sent it on Twitter.
It's a pretty big list. You want it on Twitter? Where do you want it, girl?
It doesn't matter. Send it to my Yahoo. Yahoo.
Yahoo! It's off. Got a list in your Yahoo. Alright. Predictions. Do you have predictions? I don't really have any, to be honest.
I'm gonna guess that maybe something with Borderlands.
Ew.
I know there's been some talk of a Borderlands 3.
I can't too. Ew.
Y'all can't say that.
That's racist.
Girl, I didn't get it.
That's good. God damn it. I didn't expect you to stop and want me to talk at that moment. That's because you're using Yahoo and your Yahoo sucks. I mean, I'm using Gmail, so I'm sure it's taking a minute too. Borderlands, that's the only prediction you got? As far as like stuff that isn't confirmed anyway.
Some talk of maybe State of Decay 2. Game that I know nothing about. I guess it's gonna be on Xbox. I don't really know a lot about it, just that they're hoping that'll be there. See some more Destiny 2 stuff.
There's not really much coming out for that though. They've actually said what they're doing. It's the same thing they already did. So that won't be all that.
We didn't get invited to the big old reveal.
We don't get invited to the cool kids parties. God knows why. I think it might be because I told Bungie to suck my dick that one time or two. I think I said suck my balls, actually. I don't think I said suck my dick. I think it was suck my balls. But I think no. I'm pretty sure I got really pissed off about some RNG a few times and...
She's definitely on the blacklist.
Asked me to fillet. Yeah, I'm up there with Al Capone, apparently.
No. Do not invite.
I was like, I want an invite to your E3 stuff. And they were like, oh no. Run away. Let's see. Well, I think that Assassin's Creed's definitely gonna come out with something. They've quote leaked again. Fucking Ubisoft leaks their own stuff, I think. I don't think that they're real leaks. They're planned leaks. So I think there's gonna be a new Assassin's Creed announced for sure, and it appears to be in Egypt, which is cool.
It's a Persia-esque.
I think what it's gonna do is go back to like the precursor stuff. I hope anyway. Jesus, jeez. I don't think there's any multiplayer though. I'm sad about that. Let's see.
Apparently there was a leak for Bully 2 that was on Game Informer, and then it very quickly got taken down. They're like, we don't know how that got posted. And everybody was like, gotcha. Taps nose, wink wink.
Sure.
Yeah, apparently it was called Bully 2 subtitle Kevin's Backjack. Everybody's like, who's Kevin? Because there's no Kevin in the game.
What was the guy? What was his name in the first one? Bobby or some shit?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's like I can almost say it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
Billy? Is it Billy?
That part of
Dan? Dick? Bob? know. That makes sense though, because that game was on sale and all that shit for PlayStation 4. It seems like they do a remake or something to get people hyped up for the next thing. To me, anyway. I wonder what GTA is going to announce. Besides that, I think GTA itself is going to have something. I know they're coming out with this gun runner thing that's online.
Red Dead.
Red Dead's like been delayed, so I'm sure there'll be probably some trailers or whatever, but I don't think it's going to be all that exciting since it's already been announced and delayed. I'm
really care for that.
No, me neither. It's pretty boring, which I know people a little heated about, but sorry, your game's shit. Let's see. What else do I have? Tropico 6. I saw somebody mention that on Twitter. And I for one am excited if there's going to be a new Tropico because I really like playing that game. I have the hiccups from my drinking already.
Great.
Awesome.
The internet's really shitty, so hopefully I don't sound terrible.
You sound alright.
Trying to just do.
I think it sounds better than it did.
Last week was kind of an issue.
Yeah, we tried to.
That would have been our first.
We tried to just record, but it didn't really. Oh God, now I'm. Anyways, let's see. What else did I have down? Tropico. I'm hoping to see something about Dreams, which is like a exclusive for PlayStation, I believe, from Santa Monica Studios. They announced it like either last year or the year before. I think it was the year before last. And it looked really fucking cool, and it was a pretty small presentation. But what was in there looked awesome. It kind of looked like Little Big Planet-ish.
Yay.
As far as like creating your own environments and stuff like that. But it was supposed to be about like recreating dreams, I guess. I don't know.
That's kind of interesting.
That was pretty cute. The Bethesda
chicken head.
Cuphead. We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for Cuphead. They've been saying for a long time.
Oh, done 'em.
Absolutely done ya. Bethesda though is gonna have a presser. You didn't get the list. For fuck's sake. Fucking shit. Let me I'm
like, we'll talk about this, and you're like, not right now.
No. Fucking segue. Anyway, I was gonna talk about Bethesda. I don't really know what they've got going on right now besides Cyberpunk 2077. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, maybe Fallout VR. It did keep its format is the word.
Yes. I think Cyberpunk looks pretty cool. Let's see what everybody's talking about with Bethesda. So actually talk about it. I forgot to look it up because I'm a squid. Starfield, VR games, Elder Scrolls Online, Skyrim from Switch, more Wolfenstein. Well, okay. None of that sounds exciting to me, so we'll just skip it. Alright, that's all I've got for predictions anyway. Let's talk about Xbox because I don't know how much you pay attention to these people, but they're ready for some E3. They've got their fucking Scorpio badges printed out. If you see somebody, the little emoji for like Scorpio, you know what I'm talking about? Are you not abreast to the Xbox PlayStation feud?
I am not. Is there a thing?
Well,
what's happening?
I mean, Xbox really just hasn't done as well as it did before. And
no,
it's just all there is to it. But there's a whole group of people who really believe that it's doing better than anything else. And it's the greatest thing on the planet. And apparently, Scorpio is just going to be awesome. I think cool you're getting a new console, which still isn't on the market. The new PlayStation's been on the market for a while. But what the fuck are you gonna play on it? What are you gonna play on it? I haven't seen anything come out that I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna go use my fucking Xbox. Nothing. Nothing excites me. I've got 4 fucking points on this list, and one of them is anything with a question mark. There's Sea of Thieves, which does look really cool. That's a game where you can get together with your friends and you can be pirates together on a ship, and everybody has like a duty. There's like the captain and the first mate and all that shit. Like that sounds really awesome. It's kind of cartoony. It kind of looks like that one game, that really old Pirates game. You ever play that? It's just called Pirates.
I know what you're talking about.
You would probably recognize it if you saw the if you saw the thing. I think if you saw the like graphic from the cover, you would probably recognize it.
Was it kind of cartoony?
Yeah. This one's kind of cartoony, which is cool. I would say it's kind of like what's the art style look like? Got nothing.
Selling stuff.
I don't know what to compare it to besides that Pirates game. Like, I don't know. I heard about it. I thought it was cool, and then I haven't heard anything since, which doesn't really bother me necessarily because I think these companies spend way too much money on their fucking hype machine and way too little on their development. So if they're not spending too much money on marketing, that's a good thing for me. Go ahead and develop that game. Hopefully it'll be awesome. Cuphead, I'm hoping they will actually announce a fucking release date for that game because they've been talking about it since like before Xbox came out, I think. It was one of the reasons I bought Xbox instead of PlayStation 4 first because I really was excited about that game. Like in the fashion of like an old cartoon, like an old, I don't know, 60s cartoon maybe, 50s. The very first color cartoons, it has a name, Anamorphic or something like that. It was something with the way they animated it. I think it almost looks like it wants to be 3D or something. There's like weird blurry lines and stuff. I think they might have gotten in over their heads with the animation, like recreating it, like they have to add all these little squiggly lines and stuff into the animations, and I don't think they really thought about how much process that was going to take, and maybe that's why the game's taken so long to come out. Okay, but it looks cool. Platformer. Pretty sure it'll be co-op. Halo 6. Maybe they'll announce something about that time for a teaser.
That would be nice. I mean, I love Halo, although I haven't played 5. 4 was, the ending was shit, and the campaign was short. But I don't want to get an Xbox just to play one game, so if they can step that up, then maybe.
Yeah, I think all their exclusives got canceled.
Isn't gonna convince me. Just 2 Halo games. Do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Especially if they're just gonna be like, oh, only on Scorpio, then I'll just be like, forget it. And you were saying how they're like new console but no games. I made that same mistake when I got my PlayStation. I was so excited about getting a PlayStation 4, and then I had absolutely no games because really nothing interested me. But I was so like caught up in getting it because it was new and stuff, and then I was kind of like, now what? So I ended up just playing DC Universe because it was free. But quite a bit of time on.
Oh, my mic was muted. This isn't even a new console. This is like, this is their 4K console, basically. It's like the PlayStation Pro, but for Xbox. They just keep talking about it, but not actually releasing it. They'll probably talk about a release date for that console, but I'm not buying one. No, thank you. I don't play it as it is. So I don't know. I hope Xbox steps it up and has a little more to talk about this year to excite people because I think the last 2 years Sony has completely obliterated them at E3 as far as press conferences go. Like completely obliterated. Like I was super hype about everything PlayStation showed me. Then like Xbox is boring as shit for like 2 or 3 years now. So I don't know.
They
We'll
had
see.
that one Dragon game, and then they're like, "Oh, it's canceled."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, it's not." Kind of. So
yeah.
it's like all the stuff that is kind of promising just kind of fizzles out.
Yeah, kind of dies. Dies before it ever gets started. Sad. I think maybe Xbox is on its way out. I think Microsoft's really gonna start focusing more on PC stuff, less on the console. I think that's why they put so much effort into making it some kind of entertainment console. You know, oh, watch TV and blah blah. And it's like, I play video games on my gaming consoles. Thanks.
Exactly. That was, instead of it being a selling point for me, that was like a con. And I was like, oh, I'm not interested in that. I don't want, a total package entertainment machine. My only entertainment is video games, and that's what I want on my console.
Like they acted like it was a big deal that you could run cable into it. I would never ever run coax into my gaming console for one thing. Like I'm pretty sure that's how it gets hooked up. It's sitting right in front of me and I'm ignorant to it. I can't remember how you do it. Maybe it's HDMI. Maybe it's HDMI. Maybe I'm crazy right now. It just sits there and collects dust. There's so much dust on my Xbox. But
paperweight.
I guess if you want to watch like fucking football games while you're playing video games, maybe that would be cool. But besides that, I can't think of one fucking use for any of that stuff they did. And everything about the UI is annoying. They've updated the UI a bunch of times and it's still annoying. I just don't know. I'm sad that Xbox has become what it is, and I hope they'll change some stuff. We'll see what they do at the press conference. I don't know. Sony, however, always has a really cool press conference. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna show us this year at all. I really don't. Like everybody really thinks it's gonna be Bloodborne 2. And I really think they said they weren't going to do that. So I'm like reserving my hype for that until I actually see it. I've seen people say they won't wear pants for a year or something if they announce that or some shit like that on Twitter.
Interesting.
So that'll be a fun time if people start ponying up on their promises. I think it'd be really awesome to have another Bloodborne game. Bloodborne's one of the best games I've ever played in a story. Definitely the best game on PlayStation.
Best PlayStation. Yep. Best exclusive.
I am a big fan of Resogun though. It's just an indie, but that game's a shit. Platinuming that game was fucking hard. Besides Bloodborne 2, I don't really have anything. I don't know what this Busby thing is that everybody's talking about. Do you know what that is? I think that might be an Xbox thing. Yeah.
I've not seen this. I have not heard about this.
Like everybody's talking about getting like a reboot or a remake or something like that, and I don't even know what it is, so not real sure if it's PlayStation or Xbox or so. Let's see. Sony might have a new handheld people have been talking about. I don't know. That doesn't really excite me very much. I've never been much of a handheld gamer, so. Yep.
My computer just collects dust.
Hey.
The wife got it for me, and it came with Borderlands 2, but it was super, super janky, and it freezes a lot. There's actually a mission that I cannot get past because it freezes literally every time I get to the same point of it. So I just that got really discouraging, and I pretty much stopped playing it.
Shame. I don't know. I don't like my daughter got the Switch, and I think it's cool that I did like that I could put the screen down, right? Because you can detach the Joy-Cons from the sides. I like that I can put the screen down, plug my headset into it, and then use the Joy-Cons by themselves like I'm playing a mini console away from the TV. That's really cool. So if Sony came up with something like that that actually functioned, I would buy it. I don't know if it's going to be like that. I doubt it. Sure, there would be some kind of conflict with patents and such if people started copying the Switch's design like that. But I'm sure something similar is going to happen because people really do like that part of the Switch. So apparently, you can drop that fucker from like 1,000 feet in the air and it'll survive too. So
Pretty good.
mhm.
I wouldn't recommend it though.
No.
And don't blame us if you do it either. Disclaimer. Don't do that.
Don't try this at home, kids. Please and thanks. I'm hoping maybe they'll say something about some backward compatibility, but I actually just saw a tweet or an article or something from Sony basically saying they don't give a shit about backwards compatibility. And the reason for that is because they don't have to. They're making enough money elsewhere. They don't give a fuck. But I really would love to play
I really
those old
like getting
games.
new games too. I don't want to just be like stuck in the same, money pit of repaying for games I've already played.
Well,
even if
no, that's
even
not
if
what I mean.
nostalgia gets me.
That's not what I mean. I'm talking about backwards compatibility. I'm talking about if I already own a game digitally or on disc, I can still play it on my new PlayStation. I can play all those old games. Like Xbox One, that's one thing that is awesome about Xbox One. Like all those old games that are in my DRM, I can go in and download them and play them. And anything I have on disc that they've, made that way. And I don't think it's that much of a process for them to do it. I don't think it holds up the further development to do that. I'm not talking about like remakes that take up time and effort. I'm talking about just like allowing us to fucking play. Because really, like on the Xbox One, I think it's just an emulator. They like installed their own emulator on their console. Because when you boot it up, the Xbox 360 sign comes up. The little ball with the X. The meow.
Yeah.
Like that happens like 360. So they could do it. They have it already with the PlayStation Now. They just want us to pay for it. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just hoping they'll stop that.
Exactly what it won't be.
Yeah, I know. Girl can dream.
Yeah. That would be like I mean, when I got my PlayStation 4 and sold my PlayStation 3, I sold all my games, so I really don't have anything.
Don't have all those free games?
PlayStation. I mean, I have some old PlayStation Plus games, but me and Josh pretty much game shared, so he had PlayStation Plus, and I would just play his games without having my own PS Plus.
Oh. Well, I've got a bunch of them, so.
Hey.
Hey, girl. All right. What else with E3?
Play Dark Souls, some Demon Souls on this without having to throw the other hullabaloo.
Oh, wouldn't it be? Fuck. Dark Souls was so much nicer to play on Xbox One. Oh God. Someday.
To be determined.
Yeah, those are gonna be really hard to edit. Let's see. Other stuff at E3. I'm sure there's tons of crap that we don't even know about. Like, I am excited about the Coliseum thing and that Kojima's gonna be there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then Neil deGrasse, or however you pronounce his name, Tyson. Is it deGrasse or deGrasse?
I say.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe we can ask him.
Everybody's favorite science black man is going to be at E3.
We got a badass over here.
We're definitely going to go see him. Guess he's talking about some video games. I go see Kojima.
Being annoying, probably.
Uh-huh. We'll probably be fucked up.
Inappropriate.
We're going to be high. Let's be real. We're going to be high and drunk. Yes. I thought I heard somebody knocking on the door. Like, fuck off.
Is it your daughter again coming to surprise you? Like,
Charlene just unplugged her mic. Oh man.
my controller fell, and I didn't do that.
Alright, well that's all I've got for E3.
Scary sound.
We're gonna go do that. We're gonna go play some Destiny, I guess. I don't
Play
know.
that pole dancer.
I'm looking forward to seeing some PC stuff myself. I'm gonna go check out a few vendors. I'm gonna go to see this one joint if they're there because they've got these friggin' fans I love, but I can't even think of the name of them. Like I wrote it down somewhere. I don't have any parts in my PC from this place, but they're like a bigger joint. But I don't know who they are. I know they have the perfect fan for me, and they just haven't released it yet. And they're like, oh, well, sometime this year, but hasn't happened yet. So I'm hoping they'll have something at E3, like a demo.
Yeah. We'll find them and we'll drill them and see if we can get a release date.
Maybe I can get me some fans. Please. I just spit.
You didn't have to tell us.
Did you hear
Could
it?
have gotten away with it.
Did you hear it? It was like bleep
No.
right out of my mouth.
Dribbling jello.
Did I tell you I looked up the world's longest arm hair, by the way? Because of my arm hair?
No,
I just saw him when I went to go clean up my mess off myself because I'm such a slob. I just saw my beautiful arm hair there. He'll still be there when I come to LA, let's hope. I don't want him to fall off.
Live and in person.
He's about
Yay.
he's probably about
Tweeze it?
No, I'm growing it.
You should get some kind of miracle hair grow for it.
wipe some shit and get some Rogaine, put it on my arm. Then I need to have this big ass patch of hair on my arm. That'd be fucked up.
Oh well, we'll have to like do little droplets. Very scientific.
Do you think I should put conditioner on him? Keep him nice and supple.
Yeah, just a dab. Keep him healthy. Is it a him? Did I just assume it's gender?
That he's a leader of man, so he must be a him. He's probably about 2.5 inches long now, maybe almost 3.
Ha! That's almost as long as my leg hair.
Well, the world's longest is like 8 inches long, so I mean,
whoa!
I don't know how you would do that. I guess you would have to like wrap it around your arm every day or some shit just to keep it from taking off. I can't believe mine's as long as it is. You'll see. You know what? After I point it out to you, you'll see it. It'll catch your eye because it like
stop looking at.
Yeah, it like flops in the wind and like sparkles, you know, and you're like, oh, there he is, showing off for the world.
Like your own little unicorn horn, but on your arm.
Anyway.
That was not on this discussion list.
Definitely
guys,
not.
So you know.
No.
Impromptu arm hair discussion.
Let's see what else we got here. I've got other gaming stuff that we should talk about. Some controversies. Controversy.
Dun dun dun.
We should talk about Far Cry because apparently some white folks are pissed off.
What else is new?
Well, I watched the trailer. At first I was a little offended about cultural appropriation. I can't even say it with a fucking straight face because the people on there looked awful Appalachian, and that's where my people are from. So of course I wanted to get a little pissed off about something. It had to be that, but other than that, I mean, you know, apparently they're portraying. Here's what I see when I look at that trailer. I see like a David Koresh type of figure with a fucking cult following in some fucking hick town, and that's something that has definitely happened in America more than a few times, you know. So I think they're just mad because it's based on Christianity, and it's apparently not cool to, you know, say that Christians are capable of such things. It's only other religions, it's only the brown people that do things like this.
Yeah, what were the Crusades, guys? Get a game about that.
There is a game about that.
Let's get more games.
That's what the Templars are in Assassin's Creed, really. It's Crusaders. Pretty sure Richard
I
the
was actually
Lionheart
just
was one of
telling
them.
my wife.
They didn't get mad about that. I think it's the
Yeah.
internet. It's turning everybody into a vagina.
I didn't see a big deal about it, but I guess I'm not white, so that's why? Question mark? If you're white and you're angry about it, tell us why.
Well, let's hear about your feelings.
In
Promise.
a respectful manner.
We
of
promise
course.
we won't make fun
We'll
of
have
you
a
for
discussion.
your vagina.
As long as it's in a cohesive, semi-rational way, we will, consider your
I
argument.
think you're asking a crowd of people who are incapable of such things to do such things, but good luck.
And therein the point.
Let's see, what else do we have? Overwatch loot boxes. Let's talk about loot boxes. Because I am fucking sick of them pretending that they didn't fix or change anything with the goddamn loot boxes. And did you see the fucking odds? Because they have to publish that.
Yep.
The odds are really fucking bad. Oh, if you go look it up.
Like every 13 and a half boxes are the odds of getting a epic or gold. Is it epic or legendary? Legendary, actually.
I think the epic ones are the purple ones.
Stuff. The skins, the only thing that actually really matters from those boxes, basically. The most expensive thing, it's like you have to get an average of 13 and a half loot boxes to even get one item, and that's just a probability. That's not even a guarantee.
That was for China, right? Because they have to disclose because they're for purchase.
Mm-hmm.
I think they look at it as gambling, don't they? Is that what it is?
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, in case you guys didn't hear about that, I don't know how different it would be between regions, and if that's the case, that's even weirder if they're, regionally it's different.
Oh, that would be fucked up, wouldn't it? It might be.
Mm-hmm.
I would bet that in areas where people are more inclined to buy them, they would have better odds.
It definitely seems like if you buy them, you get more stuff, but it could just be, false equivalency because you're just having more chance to get stuff. Depends on how you look at it.
I don't know. That one time I bought some, I got every single one of those boxes was shit except for the last one.
And then when you bought some for Halloween, everything you opened at least had one good thing. So. Oh, but that was
prior to this.
That was before they changed it.
That was prior. It was the Christmas holiday is when they changed that shit, and they fucking put.
I don't care what they say.
Well, it wasn't Christmas. It was the Chinese New Year, right? Wasn't that what the celebration was? Okay. It was the Chinese New Year event, and everything was fucking super low drop. I didn't get shit from that event that I didn't fucking pay for. And I almost bought that fucking Roadhog skin and then ended up fucking getting it like right after. And it also seems like as soon as you get something, like I've been watching Twitter about this subject because it really pisses me off a lot. It really ruins my enjoyment of the game because I know I'm working for bullshit. Like it's the only reward in the fucking game.
Super discouraging.
So anyway, I've been seeing people talking about it, and more than a few, like several people they'll get one skin, which for me was the Lucio Jazz skin, so we'll see what happens to me. But they get one skin, and then after that, they keep getting it over and over, and as a fucking duplicate.
No.
I've seen it with the Lucio skin, I've seen it with the fucking Beehive skin, and the Bastion skin. Genji too. I've seen it with like several of them where I don't think it matters which one it is, and Destiny used to be like that too. They had to turn that down because exotics like you got over and over and over,
especially if you do them right after one another. Like if you open to like helmet engrams, it was definitely more likely to be the same one if you did them like one right after another, like boom boom.
Oh my god!
You, did it and then wait.
Do you remember that time that I was trying to get something? What was it?
Oh, I do remember you trying to get
It
something.
was a chess
and getting,
piece.
like,
I know that.
a chess piece because you got Alfie Loopy like 11 times.
Yeah, 13 or 14 alpha loopies in a fucking row, and I never did get whatever chess piece I was trying to get.
Oh, was it Twilight Garrison?
Oh, it was. It was. I wanted to be able to do that fucking dodgy shit, and I couldn't fucking get it for nothing. Couldn't get it for shit. I bought so many engrams, I was broke. And you know how much currency I have on Destiny.
You were streaming too, so
Was I streaming that? I should have.
archive.
Oh, it's not in there. That shit only stays there a couple days.
Does it? Oh, I don't stream enough to know that stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to stay on top of these archives so I can record them.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I got. Since we're talking about, well, anyway, Overwatch, we're watching you. We think you're full of shit.
Who watches the Overwatch?
I watch the Overwatch. Motherfuckers.
The Watchmen reference, in case you guys didn't know. Great comic book. Loved that shit.
Definitely didn't know.
Oh my god, it's so good. Rorschach and Dr. Manhattan are the fucking...
I know of them and I like their characters, but I've never actually paid attention to any of it.
Honestly,
I just like Manhattan because he walks around with his dick out. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
They, like, totally animated the shit out of that dick, too. That's just bizarre.
It wasn't his real dick?
There's a fucking sway to it.
Not his dick? Like a fake dick? A stunt dick?
Might be a stunt dick.
Is it really
you guys
animated?
Know about Dr. Manhattan's dick? Let us know.
Oh, you don't even know. You're just talking smack. We'll see if anybody knows. That's the question of the week. Does Dr. Manhattan have a real dick?
I think it's a CGI dick.
Or is it a CGI dick? Well, anyway.
I'm scared to look it up.
How about this segue? All right, are you ready for this? Let's go from Blue Dicks to the Red Legion. We're gonna just officially pick the bone with Bungie on our podcast on our very first one. Without stealing my clan tag.
Guys. Y'all got some explaining to do.
Lucy! I'm explaining. I don't know, I can't say for sure anything, but I can say that Red Legion has been a clan for years now, and Bungie has definitely heard of it through my tweets, through gaming with us. We've personally you and I have been in lobbies with a few of the testers. So, and I know that one time, that one guy, like, I was after his asshole so hard, I had to be getting on his nerves enough for him to look at my shit. But I don't know. I doubt that they fucking just stole my clan tag name, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's like, do you think to maybe look through your clans and make sure that's not a thing? Like, I don't know. I'm pissed about it. That's all I'm gonna say. And I just want to officially say,
bad guys who are like, turtles.
Turtles.
If it was a new bad guy that was really cool looking, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess we'll have to see how they're portrayed in the game. Obviously,
they're bad.
I'm disappointed that it's all. Well, I mean, they might still be badass. Like, this is supposed to be, some elite strategist. War expert cabal, so maybe he'll still be kind of cool. And he does sound like he speaks intelligently.
Yeah, he's got a really cool voice.
So maybe, there's still hope that he might be a really badass character that we'll love.
We might like him, we might like them, but I'm worried that we're just gonna get flack in the fucking Crucible. Because you know how much shit other people we know get for their clan tags. You know what I mean? People are gonna call us fags and fucking losers and everything else. I don't know. Hopefully nobody will even fucking notice. I don't get that much hate mail, and I don't want hate mail. So, okay. Let's move on. I just wanted to say something about the clan, damn it. Because I want everybody to fucking know that I made that name before they did. That's all.
Mm.
Next.
Credit where credit is due, you know. Also, before we continue, Dr. Manhattan was computer generated, but they did digitize that his head onto somebody else's body, a fitness model.
What?
But that's not actually Credup's. It's a Greg Plitt who is a model. Just so y'all know.
Or the whole body, or the whole body, or just his dick?
The whole body is him. The crew then 3D digitized Credup's head and Frankensteined it onto Greg Plitt's body.
Weird. Well, I mean, I wasn't obsessed with his dick. I just like the fact that he walked around with it hanging out. You know? He's just like, I don't give a fuck.
The novel is way better than the was.
Yeah, but there's no floppy CGI dick. Oh no, it's a real dick. It's a dick. They talk about it? Do they describe it in detail?
No, it's a graphic novel.
Oh.
Cartoony.
Cartoon dicks.
Yes. And they completely changed the ending.
Well, that's lame.
Which was kind of, really bizarre to me how they did that.
That's why I don't want to watch the Assassin's Creed movie, because they fucking changed everything.
The way the book is laid out is so genius. Like, there's so much more to work apart.
Well, Charlene really likes
highly
The Watchmen.
recommend it.
Confirmed.
I fucking do.
Alright, moving on. Now that we're talking about movies, we'll just keep talking about movies. I know I'm really late, but I just watched Rogue One, and it was really fucking good. Probably, maybe we can, oh no, because you probably want to watch that. Does, like, Shannon give a shit about Star Wars?
Yes, we're gonna have to watch it as.
Damn.
I want to buy it.
I get it.
After E3.
There is a guy in there. There's a guy in there that's like blind. He's like a blind Jedi, and he's so fucking awesome. And fucking Darth Vader was so goddamn mean that I just, you know, had a moment with him.
With him. It's like that scene in the movies where everybody else disappears and you guys lock eyes. Everything else is in slow motion.
It was funny because, I mean, have you seen this? You've seen the scene, right? Because you said,
no.
Oh, well, you like told me he was vicious.
That's what I had seen other people say about it.
I can't tell you then. We can't talk about it.
I'm dying to watch it.
You need to watch it. Everybody should watch it. The fucking score was amazing. The fucking movie was really good. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the lightsaber, like the original lightsaber that was passed from Anakin to Luke, I believe. The one that Rey now has, the blue one,
Dun, dun, dun.
is for auction right now. It's going up for auction. And
so much money.
They think it's gonna go from anywhere to like $100,000 to $300,000. If I was rich, I would buy that shit. I wouldn't be surprised if it went for way more than what they're estimating, but we'll have to watch and see. I think they underestimate the power of the Force.
I find their lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah. I don't think they get it. I don't think they understand how nerdy people are. There's some rich ass nerd out there somewhere. I actually know one that would buy it.
Underestimate so they don't look like assholes if it doesn't sell for as much as they thought.
Probably.
That's what I would do.
Well, there's some other really cool stuff that's for sale. The Willy Wonka golden ticket from the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
What? Is it signed?
I don't know.
Is it the guy who played Mike TV? Is it his? 'Cause I know.
No,
He
Charlie's.
wrote
I
the
think it
song.
was Charlie's ticket. I'm pretty sure is what it said. Like the
They all sound
golden
like
ticket.
theirs.
Yeah, like the one that is the
I saw
golden
Mike
ticket.
Tierney. I met him. Saw his ticket.
Mm.
Took a picture with him.
That's pretty
Very nice
cool.
man.
That's cool that they all still have them. I didn't know that.
I was totally like out and fangirling, and he was just so amused by it.
Oh my god. I'm just so not that person. The Conan sword from Conan the Barbarian, one of his swords. I didn't write down which one it was. Let's see, some of Jack's original clothing from the Titanic movie. That should go for a pretty penny. And who's the guy? I always forget his name. I know exactly who he is. Bill Paxton. Just died, right? Is it Bill Paxton or something else? I always mess his name up and feel like a big dickhead. Well, something that he wore in Alien is for sale. Like, there's just a bunch of really cool fucking memorabilia in this auction going on. Oh, I want to watch that, and we'll have to report and see how much this stuff goes for.
Eye on that.
We probably should have talked about Wonder Woman earlier when we talked about the people that are pissed about the Christians, because I feel like the same group of assholes, yes, I'm calling you assholes, they're pissed off about this fucking female-only screening of Wonder Woman, and I'm just like, fuck you and your dick, you know? Like, it's just a fucking screening. Who gives a fuck? Go somewhere else and watch it somewhere else, and put your penis away. Fucking whiny. Dudes don't understand because they have dicks. So the day that you have a period and some tits and a vagina, then you can fucking comment on things like female-only fucking screenings, because you don't know what it's like to go into a bar and have some strange man grope your fucking ass, or rub up on your tit and pretend he didn't mean to, or make filthy comments about fucking God knows what, when you're just there to watch a fucking movie. That's why the fuck they had a female-only thing. Rape is a very big problem in this country. That's why they had a female-only thing. Fuck you if you don't like it. That's how the Ladywood feels about that shit.
Reach. Can I get an amen?
So we'll just leave that right there. The last. Yeah, that's that.
I would definitely like to see that movie as well. Haven't yet. Would like to.
Yeah, I wish I didn't find that shit so boring. But I would pass out if we went to go watch a movie. Especially after I drive for that long. It's not gonna work out.
I'm not trying to get you to watch a movie. It's okay.
No fucking way. Another thing I've got.
I want to go see it without you if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
No desire to be sitting in a movie theater, but I'm not gonna force you. Heard about it.
I go to movie theaters for 2 film franchises. 2.
First?
Star Wars, Star Trek. That's it.
I haven't seen. I think there's 2 newer ones. The first.
We don't always go to Star Trek. Star Wars we definitely go to, and like I can tell you exactly the movies I've seen in like the last 20 years, 100%. I went to see Harry Potter, all those. I went to see Lord of the Rings. I went I went and watched the Return of the King like the night it opened, and then I went home and went to sleep and got up the next day and went back and watched it again. And I saw some X-Men flick. Forget which one. The last thing on movies I wanted to talk about was I saw a thing the other day. Did you ever watch District 9?
Oh yeah, I actually wrote a whole paper about it last semester.
Oh really? I really fucking love that movie. A lot of people said that movie was shit, but I really loved it.
Oh, it's so good. I wrote about it being an allegory for apartheid and racism, xenophobia.
Oh,
It's actually a really good thing.
nice.
It wasn't just that movie. That was kind of like my main movie that I used, but I used a couple other.
Never thought of it that way.
Oh god, it's so good.
Well, apparently the director.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'd like to read it. That'd be cute. Um, apparently that director's putting a movie on Steam. I think that's different.
Oh,
Interesting.
Steam was for movies too. I thought it was just games.
I'm not sure.
I don't really PC, so I don't know.
I'm not sure if they're coming out with a new service or if it's something that's already been out and I just never heard of it because nothing major has been on there. But if you can go and put like indie films on there, get them like greenlit, they probably wouldn't take any of my films, so I don't know why I'm talking shit.
Might be interesting. He has quite a few shorts actually that are really good. I definitely watched them when I was doing research for my paper. He did a short that was like the start of what District 9 became, basically.
Hmm.
And then he also had like another one which is like Chappie.
I never watched Chappie yet.
I haven't watched it either.
The same guy directed it?
I want to say yes, but
I think you might be right because I think that's why I wanted to watch it, and I never did.
yeah, he wrote it. District 9.
Oh man, we're getting over an hour. Let's see.
It was called Alive in Joburg, and you can find it on YouTube.
I watch that shit. All right, we got questions. I'm just gonna. Oh, also.
Fly through them.
All right.
Oh, also the one that became Chappie was called Yellow, and that one's all.
We had some stuff for space. I guess we could like quickly talk about it. I just wanted to talk about how cool those pictures were of Jupiter.
Oh, Jupiter looks amazing.
That one picture of it from like top down or whatever, where you can see all the blue.
Yeah, of the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so incredible. It looks like when you crack open a Jawbreaker or a Geode or something. Incredible.
I just look at it and I think about fucking like Bloodborne or something, like somebody that has blinded themselves by fucking studying the arcane arts. I feel like that's what their eyeball would look like. That's what I saw when I looked at it. So yes. And then I also found out because I follow the guy that did the study or whatever that you know the WoW signal. Apparently, he follows me back too. It's so funny. Joe's like, he only follows you because you have tits, and I'm like, well, that's cool.
I only follow him because he spaces.
Well, you know, he followed me first, so whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, he did a study about it and did like a research paper that he just released this week. And I haven't read it yet, but I've seen the synopsis that apparently the WoW signal came from a comet. So, not so wow. It was just a fucking comet. Dun, dun. He was like, well, maybe you guys are getting a little upset about this, so maybe it was an alien on a comet? Question mark.
Sorry.
Right, that would suck though to have to say that. Killer. Yeah, fucker. Okay.
Just because it wasn't aliens this time doesn't mean it might not be aliens next time. Okay?
Maybe it was an alien on a comet. We never know. They could have been riding that shit.
Oh. Maybe they're like mining it or something. That's what. Food for thought. All right, questions.
All right. Dan Napman, Hardly Dan, at Hardly Dan on Twitter, wants to know what kind of equipment we're using and will we have guests? We're using really shitty equipment, if you can't tell, at the moment. I'm using some A40s, and Charlizzle's using some Turtle Beaches, and we're actually talking to each other over PlayStation 4, and I'm feeding the audio in through my mix amp because that's the only way that the audio level will be anywhere near level between the two of us. We tried like 50 different ways to do this shit last week, and every one of them was bad. So for now, we're recording live. We're gonna do it. Well, there's another question about that actually. From Ed OBX Boy 107, wanted to know what day and time to tune in. So we're gonna record every Friday at 11 for the time being, and then we'll actually syndicate the podcast on Wednesdays. I don't know what time I'm going to syndicate yet. Probably like 5 or 6. I'll try to upload it Eastern time. It'll be kind of early for the West Coasters, and the East Coasters can get off of work and maybe listen to it while they drive or something. I don't know. It'll be on the website every week. I'll probably put it on YouTube every week too with some visuals. It won't just say Big Gay Podcast like it does here on Twitch. And once I actually if I get proficient at scenes and actually showing you stuff while we talk about it, we'll actually have a visual, podcast that you can watch live as well as on YouTube when I might put the visuals in later. If I can do it on the fly, then I will, but right now I don't really know what the hell I'm doing at all. So we're just gonna, that's the way we're gonna do it. So Fridays at 11.
Tuning into us growing. And
yeah. This is
we're learning and trying to get the hang of this stuff.
Learning experiences for probably the first 10 episodes. But it'll be every Friday at 11, and then, if you miss it Friday live, then you can listen to the edited down, quote, professional version. It'll be on iTunes, it'll be on YouTube, and you'll also be able to go just listen to it on our website at ladywood.iamprovocateur.com. Ian wants to know, I don't have the Dark Dragon God, I think is his Twitter, wants to know pie or cake. What say you?
I'm gonna definitely have to go with pie.
What kind of
should
pie?
I elaborate?
Yeah, what kind of pie?
I love pumpkin pie, and even though it's called cheesecake, it is indeed a pie, so cheesecake is also good. Can't go wrong with classic apple, Dutch apple. Is cobbler a pie? Not really, huh?
Yeah, I'd call that more of a pie than a cake.
Big peach cobbler fan.
I don't really know. I don't really eat sweets. I would say give me a steak. I don't want any pie or cake. That's the kind of girl I am.
That's not the question.
I like cheesecake, so if you consider that a pie, then okay. I think I'd probably have to say pie too, but I don't like a lot of pie. I've never had key lime pie or lemon meringue pie.
Either. I don't really like lemon.
I like chocolate mousse pie, like Hershey pie. I like those.
Yes.
I like cheesecake. I like apple pie, but only if I bake it. I don't like anybody else's apple pie. And pumpkin pie if I bake it as well. I can't get down with other people's shit. But I don't like cherry pie, blueberry pie, peach pie, any of that shit.
I don't really like cherries.
Oh.
Maraschino cherries, they're like drenched in sugar.
Ian's Twitter is PCPS3PS4.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yep. Let's see what else we got here. JoJo, I don't know what the fuck her Twitter thing is either. I have a hard time finding her to tweet her. I think it's at the JoJo.
I think there's numbers in it.
Is there now? I don't know. She's changed it. She wants to know butts or boobs. Well, boobs.
Boobs, obviously.
Boobs all the way. Everybody thinks that I like buttholes, but no.
It's the JoJo underscore.
The JoJo underscore. There we go. JoJo should know us well enough to know we're both going to say titties.
So we appreciate the question.
But thank you for the question. We love you. Let's see. Luke, I don't know what the fuck Luke's Twitter is either. I think it's subject17M or something like that.
At subject 117M.
There we go.
That was actually.
He wants to know what we think about sluts. I don't know. I don't really think about sluts, to be honest. Do you think about sluts?
I am a married woman.
That's right. There's your fucking answer. We are married women, and we don't think it. No, and that's a lie, though. And now I'll tell you what. Here's what I think about sluts. Stay the fuck away from my husband without my permission. If you're hot and have my permission, you can come have a drink. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about sluts. Oh man. Let's see.
Not my preference. I like a nice girl, which is why I married one.
Trying to think. The girls I've dated have been just tomboys, normal girls for the most part. Not butch girls. I like femme girls, but no. I don't like slutty girls. I don't. I think slutty girls need to stop it. You love for more than your titties.
I'm not
I don't think they're hot. I don't want to fuck you. You probably stink. Nope. Got the crabs and all that shit. Stay the fuck home.
The Zerpies.
Ew. Let's see. Speaking of Zerpies. Last question. Matthew, it's format 01. Wants to know. Don't call him Matthew. Matt. Wants to know. What are we excited and worried for in Destiny 2?
Go first.
I'll let you go first so I can form a diplomatic answer.
I'm excited about them doing a proper story with the lore in the game as a game should be. I'm worried that it's gonna be Destiny remastered, basically, and not as much new, innovative things as we had hoped. That makes sense. I don't know. I want it to be more than just what Destiny 1 was. I don't know if that's what I'm going to deliver, but I'm still hyped about it. I'm more hyped for the story than
I am quite apprehensive about it ending up being a grind again, because when Destiny 1 first came out, it consumed my fucking life. And I know that a lot of Destiny players can relate. Like, I didn't do anything else for a long fucking time but play Destiny. Like, every single bit. I would go to bed and sleep for a few hours, and I would get straight up, go take a piss, and sit down and start playing Destiny again, because we were, so obsessed with having all the stuff and being ready to raid and blah, 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 blah. And, they made it easier towards the end. But I think that's because they already had their player base. I don't know if they're going to go back to those tactics with Destiny 2 to keep people engaged and keep the numbers up, because Activision and shareholders expect numbers. They expect play time. That's why everything in Destiny takes you forever. It's why everything is like so drug out for no fucking reason. It's why when you go on a mission, you have to walk like 20 miles to get to where you're going to fight something, It's because they want time played. So I'm really worried that that's what's going to happen again, that they're going to go back to, I don't know, we have to go and like walk around the fucking planet looking for goddamn scraps to upgrade our stupid pants and shit. I really just don't enjoy that. And if Destiny 2 is that hard to keep up with, like Destiny 1 was, I will not keep up. I will not be competitive. I will not be able to raid. It's not going to be good for me. What I am excited, well, that and the PvP thing, I'm a little worried about the 4v4 thing. I guess, like, they're probably doing that to get better connections and stuff, but I don't know. I really hoped for bigger lobbies, not smaller lobbies.
I think it should be separate instead of replacing, like, 4v4 and then have an 8v8. Like, give us both kind of extremes.
I just don't understand what the problem is if Battlefield can have 64 people and virtually no lag. Not for me, anyway. Why Destiny can't have, I don't know. I thought maybe 8v8 was where they were going to go and have 16-player lobbies, not 4v4. It makes me sad because we're used to having either 3 people in a fucking fire team or 6, and now we've got this odd number. This 4-person number doesn't really fit with the current dynamic of how everything goes, you know. So you're like, okay, well now we need either 2 less people or 1 more person than we usually play with. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I am excited for the story, like Charlene is. I think that I'm really like Zavala is like my fucking hero, you know. Like that whole cinematic they played for us with the reveal was pretty awesome. I'm sad that Grimoire scores are going away. Cool that they're putting lore in the game, but goddamn, I busted my ass for that Grimoire score. I really did. Top 1%, god damn it. The one thing I'm good at, and they're taking it away. I think that about sums it up. We're gonna play it when we go to E3, and we'll see how it goes. To me, it really looked like the same game again. I really hope to see some, you know, new enemies. You know, I know that Halo was always that way, and then we really didn't get anything new in there either. But I don't know. I really kind of thought that if there was going to be new planets, that maybe some stuff would look different. But I don't know. I'm buying it no matter what. I'm committed to Destiny until Destiny does not exist anymore. I am one player that will never go away until they fucking stop producing the game. Will I enjoy it when I play it? Who knows? We'll have to see down the line, but I'm already sold for every iteration they ever produce. I said that a long time ago after I sank. I'm up to like, I think 8 weeks now of playtime. 8 weeks of your life's a lot. You sink that much into something, you know. I'm not gonna fucking quit. So, you know, no matter what, fucking playing it. Ian says he thought it was heel sluts that Luke was asking about. Well, his specific question was, what do we think about sluts? I guess if he would have showed up to our podcast, I don't think he's here, he could have corrected me. So tisk tisk on him. But if it's about heel sluts, what do we think about them? I will play with one anytime I see one. I actively seek them out now.
I find that whole thing so interesting. And if you guys would like to know more, there's a whole Reddit about it. We'll help you with that too. What is your friend?
All right, we're gonna go out with one last thing. We're supposed to have a tiny little section. It's gonna be right at the end for Dre's Animal Planet, Dre's Discovery Corner.
So you guys see this nonsense?
You know, it's really funny. I had the list for the podcast on my notepad on my phone. And I also had a list of shit that I was to talk to the doctor about when I went to the doctor last week. And at the whenever I wrote down the Dre's Discovery Corner thing, I was really drunk, and I put Dre's Discovery Corner and then underneath of it animal dicks on my doctor list. And she was standing right next to me, fucking looking at it when I scrolled down to it, and I just stopped and was like, oh my god. Like, I don't even know why this is here.
There's something else.
Oh man. I was just like, well, there's that. She's fucking funny, man. And she asked me about something else that was unrelated but really hilarious. I forget. I mean, she was like, when she walked in the door and saw me, she was like, oh my god, I thought you weren't going to be here. Oh, thanks. So anyway, Dre's Discovery Corner. Today we're going to learn about duck dicks. We're probably going to teach you about a different dick every week. When we run out of dicks, maybe we'll, you know, go to vaginas. I don't know. But the dicks are all pretty fucking interesting. So duck dicks. I know about this stuff, by the way, because my kid looks it up all the time. Duck dicks are corkscrews, and they're really big, and they're spring-loaded. So, like, when a duck gets a hard on, his little coiled up spring loaded penis is like inside of his body, and he like mounts the girly duck, and then he's like boom, and it goes like right in her vagina. And and when you if you go look up duck dicks, like I'm pretty sure if you go Google image duck dicks, like one of the first images that pops up is a duck fucking swimming around with his spring-loaded dick like in the water, like dragging it behind him, because sometimes they try to mount the girl and, you know, and miss the hole. And then they have to fucking swim around with their big giant corkscrew wiener dragging in the water. Yeah, until their erection goes away. So don't feed the ducks Viagra, children.
This was a double teaching you about dicks, because you guys got to learn about Dr. Manhattan's dick and now duck dicks.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of dicks on this podcast, so if you're into dicks, I guess you're in the right place. We don't call it a podcast for nothing. All right, on that note, we're going to go. We're going to sign off. Thank you for listening. We will be back every week on Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern. And if you miss us live, then you'll be able to pick us up on Wednesdays in the evening, usually around 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern, at theladywood.improvocateur.com. Bye.
Bye, guys.